They run toward danger while everyone else is running away from danger. And what they see on the job is something many of us cannot even imagine.
Many first responders are left with traumatic memories that can affect their everyday lives. Watch 2's tonight, Gabor Gadigas shows us how virtual reality is helping some of them overcome the pain of the past.
When you go to a crash and you see body dismemberment, you see things, kids, things like that, those really, really weigh in on you.
We have a job to do, so we're sort of acting like a robot, and we're not robots, we're human.
Emotions and experiences that can change you forever. Henry Lesky is a retired Orange County firefighter. Douglas McKenzie is a traffic sergeant at Indian River County Sheriff's Office.
The fact that there was a gentleman who was just a few years older than me, walking his dog, standing on the side of the road, the car hit this gentleman at about 108 miles an hour.
It's been 1 year since that call. McKenzie has answered all kinds of emergencies for more than 3 decades. But this one,
I remember going into the bushes where I found him,
has never left him.
I was having these anxieties about it to a point where I was shaking.
For all of us, I think we want to run away from it and bury it or place blame.
Lesky was almost at 30 years of serving as a firefighter when he received a call that made him leave his job 2.5 years earlier than he had planned for.
It was a suicide call. Didn't go too well. Looking back on it, there was nothing I could do, but I blame myself over the years. And looking back on it, I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd taken time to take care of myself, my own mental health.
Both men say ignoring their mental health started to impact their loved ones and lives outside their jobs. That's when they turned into a PTSD clinic at University of Central Florida called UCF Restores. It's where trauma survivors confront their haunting memories through virtual reality.
What did they see? What did they hear? What did they smell? And we also include their thoughts and feelings.
Director of Clinical Operations for UCF Restores, Dr. Amy Newens, says once a patient goes through the interview process, they can customize the exposure therapy by recreating the smells, sights, and sounds of the traumatic experience.
What we're able to do is teach patients that it's not a pleasant memory to think about, but they can think about it without becoming overly distressed.
Clinical social worker Keith Smith showed us how it works.
You would see this as the suspect. And so you'll notice, for example, that he's carrying a firearm in his right hand.
Along with the headset, a patient wears a biometric watch to track their heart rate and sweating.
And I might say, what are your thoughts about that? Oh my God, I'm in danger, I'm in risk, he's going to kill me. Most patients, by the end of the 10 days, that we see that they don't meet diagnostic criteria for PTSD any longer. But often I'll see patients within the first week, they're starting to see some improvement.
When we spoke with Lesky, he was reaching 2 weeks of clinic visits, and there will be many more he'll count on.
Until I conquer this thing, because yeah, I don't want to give up.
And so doesn't McKenzie, even if it means more of the 1 hour plus drives he's been making for the past year.
I think my generation is really starting to understand you need to talk to somebody.
In Orlando, Senega Gadigas, Watch 2 News.
UCF Restores has helped 15 patients so far with this tool, including first responders, veterans, and survivors of sexual assault. A free clinical trial is being offered through September for anyone over 18 who has experienced a traumatic event, and we've posted more information at WESH.com.
Important work there. All right, we've all done it. We're driving, we see a cop up ahead, and we immediately slow down.
It's like a reflex.
Right.
It really is. But these days, it doesn't matter which direction you're coming from, they can spot you speeding.